are learning and practicing finding our center. As we practice mindfulness, as we practice finding that place inside of us and exploring what that means to us and what it feels like in our minds and bodies and spirits, that is the home that we want to return to again and again. And those are the neural pathways we want to train in our brain. So much of the world we live in trains us to fragment our attention. Technology and devices and social media being probably the hardest hitter there. We're constantly juggling a million different things. In some ways, I've even worn it as a badge of honor that I can multitask very effectively. It's almost like for a lot of years of my life, I was looking to use this ability to be a million places at once as a survival technique and also as a way to kind of build my sense of worth. Like the more I can do, the more valuable I am. And what I found is the exact opposite. That the more I do and the more I allow this to be the driver in my life, when my brain starts to ramp up, to start to spin and do this multitasking, juggling routine, it's almost like Kate takes on a life of its own and it becomes this compulsive, addictive, spinning force. And it becomes almost impossible for me to come back home and find center. And as far as my worth, the more I put that in all the stuff I'm doing out here, the more insecure I feel. And the more I let go of any sort of belief or urge to try to prove anything through what I'm doing, and the more I find this place of center inside of me, the more I feel truly safe in a way that cannot be touched or changed by anyone or anything around me. So whenever I feel disjointed and disconnected from that, the practice is to ask myself, who or what have I put at my center? Who or what am I putting as more important than this place? Because if I've lost this place, it's because I've let something else get in the way. And maybe it's another person, maybe it's my pleasing somebody else, measuring my worth by an achievement, measuring my worth by an outcome. There can be a million different things that I put at my center instead of God. But when I put God at my center and I decide that I truly want Him more than I want anything else, it might take a little bit of time and some practice, but I come home naturally and organically to this place of love, safety, open heart, clear mind, rest in my soul. So as we practice today, use your body sensations to see if you can find center. Can you feel physically what it feels like when your heart starts to open? What does that feel like? Can you pay attention? What does it feel like when the narrative clears from your mind and it opens? I feel like I can physically feel my mind clear. So I want you to pay attention to your inner world, what's happening, and see what if you can sense what it feels like in your body, in your spirit mind, to find that place of home, that center. Okay? Let's do it. Okay, sitting ourselves on a mat. We're gonna scoot our bum down, hands underneath the hips or the thighs. Slowly lower yourself down one vertebrae at a time. Lay your neck long on your mat. Shoulder blades retract and depress. We're gonna start with a gentle roll up. So I want you to start with knees bent in a modified position, shoulder blades retracted and depressed. Inhale, prepare. Belly's pulled in, navel to spine. Exhale, peel the head and then the spine, one vertebrae at a time, up off the mat. Reach through the legs. Inhale and exhale, coming back through a C curve of the spine. Place the vertebrae down one at a time on the mat. If you want to, extend those legs. Anchor the heels down. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, roll up, peel the spine. Reaching forward, inhale. control. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reach. Exhale, coming back to a C curve of the spine. Reach the fingertips forward. Lay the vertebrae down on the mat. Inhale. Good. Draw the knees in. We're moving into a 5-ab series. So the goal here is to keep the head and shoulders lifted for all 5 exercises. If you can't do that, that's totally fine. You just lay the head and shoulders back down on the mat. But that is the goal. All 5 head and shoulders lifted, okay? Draw the belly in towards the spine, navel to spine. Inhale, prepare. Extend one leg out, toes pointed, opposite knee is bent. Take the hand, cross it over, outside hand above the ankle. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. Trying to let the head just drop really naturally into the chest. So the chin is dropping down towards the chest, and we're doing lots of breath. Inhale, exhale. Let the repetitive movement help you really connect with your breath here. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. down the wall. When our center is properly aligned, when we're aligned body, mind, and spirit with a higher power in our center, everything else in our life naturally unfolds. The things that we felt we had to work and fight so hard for naturally fall into alignment. And the things that life is meant to bring us come to us without us battling for them. This is true in the body and in the spirit. Long spine, roll the neck really gently. Lay the body down, hands underneath the shoulders, press back, child's pose. Breathe. Our first movement really quick. That roll up for a long stretch. Inhale, reach. Heels plant or knees bent. Navel to spine. Draw the belly in. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, roll up. Reach. Coming back from the base of the spine. C curve. Reach those fingertips forward. Imprint the spine one vertebrae at a time. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Pull through the spine. Curve. Draw the belly in. Control, control, control. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Roll up. Good work. Okay, draw one knee in. Moving towards final stretches. Moving that leg in and out of the hip. Take it over the body. Knee down, twist. Breathe. Down, twist. Really nice. Sit yourself up. Swing that leg behind, and we're going to take a pigeon stretch to stretch through our hip, our quads. Lift up. Exhale, surrender over that front leg. Breathe. Sitting up, taking the opposite leg, sending that leg back, switching out. Lift up, breathe, exhale over that leg. Walking yourself up very gently. So coming towards a seated position on your mat. You can be in an easy seat, or you You can find half lotus or full lotus if that's in your practice. I want you to be comfortable, tall spine, soft belly, hands open to receive. I'm going to bring our singing bowl. When you hear this sound, see if you can allow the vibration of the bell to help you move more deeply inward. Into our breath. Using the breath as an anchor. If your mind starts to wander, to just gently bring it back to the breath. Sensations in your hands or your feet. Just bringing that attention right back to this moment inside this body. I hate to interrupt this delicious silence. We're going to move into a mindfulness exercise. You might open your eyes really gently and just gaze at your hand. Look at your hand. You might notice what thoughts arise as you look at it. Maybe they're memories. When I look at my hand, memories of my mother's hands arise in my mind. You might notice the cracks, the dry skin. You might notice imperfect cuticles, or you might notice really beautifully maintained manicure. You might move through the hand and notice how your bones and muscles and ligaments ripple underneath your skin. You might notice whether your thoughts are more judgmental and critical, or whether your thoughts are more kind and observant, as we've been practicing. And you may just kind of take one last gaze and just name this concept of hand that you see before you. Now I want you to close your eyes, still grounded into the mat. And now I want you to feel your hand from the inside out. might stretch it wide. You might close it into a tight fist. You might ripple through your fingers. But just start to explore your hand without looking at it at all. Just feeling it, just sensing the hand. We're feeling the hand from the inside out. See if you can notice or pick up on any energy or aliveness in your fingertips. If you bring your awareness to the center of your palm, can you feel the center of your palm through your awareness? If I ask you to bring your attention to your index finger, the very tip of your index finger, and light it up like it's glowing, can you feel the tip of your index finger glow from the inside out? Just experience your hand. Through the power of your own awareness, and begin to sense how much is there, that there's a whole world of magical, mystical, unexplained energy and sensation and spirit and aliveness living in your hand. And notice that when you sense your hand and you come to know your hand this way, how there is no judgment. Your perception is free of judgment and is really this flowing and open and beautiful and wondrous curiosity. This is the kind of attention and awareness that we're building through our practice. To bring that kind of open awareness, that kind of knowing, to not just our hand and our concept of hand, but to our entire being and our entire way of being in the world. There is so much to discover that's been alive within us and around us, right under our nose, and we have had no idea. We're like the fish swimming in water, who's like, what's water? When you're ready, opening your eyes. Maybe seeing if you can keep some of this magical awareness, some of this sensation alive with you throughout your day. If you can feel each footstep, if you can feel the space around your heart, if you can feel when your heart opens. These are all things we sense from the inside out. And we change from this very closed, rigid concept and kind of judgmental concept of hand to this open, alive journey of hand. Who are you, hand? Instead of this closed, judgmental, rigid concept fearful concept of Becky to this open, wondrous, beautiful journey of saying, who are you, Becky? From the inside out. Thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste.